So hello everybody. So in this video, I'll be making a program to actually implement or to actually make a automatic birthday wisher. So basically for this, you'll need a data. So what I have done to make the video short, I have already made the data sheet. This is my Excel file. You can create your own Excel file, and I have used these email IDs and all the data. Now I'll start coding. So what I'll have to do is inside my main.py, first of all, I'll have to import my pandas to actually manipulate the data or the Excel sheet. So I can import pandas as PD. If you haven't installed pandas into your system, so you'll have to write pip install pandas, and this will install pandas as well as numpy into your system. These libraries and modules actually help you to manipulate the data set or manipulate your Excel sheet very easily. And extract a data frame out of them. So that's why we are importing them. After importing pandas as a data frame, what I'll be doing is import date time modules. So now, what as a just a architecture of the project, what I'll be doing is I'll be making a function name as send email, and what will it do is that it will send the email to the to all those people who have been or all those email IDs which are being shared over here. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that it will we are making a function in that I'm creating three you can say arguments in there. We are passing three arguments in that, and then inside this I'll be writing my function to pass to send the email. Now I'll be passing or I'll be working with my main function in this. So I'll be writing my main function as if name equals to main. This should be in upside. Yes. So whatever will work will actually pass these functions inside this argument. So inside this main function. So what I'm trying to do is the logic behind this is that I'll be using date time module to extract or to get the current or the today's date after, and we will then match that date with that birthday. If the birthday falls on the same day, so we'll send the email. So it's quite simple, I think. Now for this, first I'll have to import my data set over here. So what I can do is I can write df equals to pd dot read read excel, and inside that I'll be writing my that is birthday.xl, I think. Birthday list.xls. LSX. Okay. So once you run this program, Python main.py. Once you run this program, you can see that the data frame has been imported over here. So it takes some time. Okay, so over here I'll be importing my birthday list.xlsx. I'm sorry for that confusion. And after saving them, I'll be importing like this. I think this should work. Yes, so I can see that my data frame has been imported. Now, if you want to see the data, so you can actually print that data frame, and you can see that the data frame, the data set has been imported over here in this Python file. So what I have to do now is that I'll have to write the logic. The main logic is that if today's date, so first of all, I have to actually make a variable name today, and then I'll be using date time dot to now, and then I'll be using strf time function to actually extract the date in day and month format. So as you can see that the today's date has been extracted over here. I can print that date. I can print that date using print today, and you might see that it will print 18th May. So you can see that it has printed 1805 today. That's today's date. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be let me comment these things because I don't want these to be printed again. So this was just for your reference purpose. I'll be writing the meaning of code is that if today, first of all, I have to iterate these data. So for that, what I'll be doing is I'll be using for loop for index comma item in my this is my data frame dot iter rows. Iter rows actually helps you to iterate through the rows, and once we iterate them, what I'll be doing is I can extract the columns using item dot birthdays, like this. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I can write df. I can actually implement this logic is that if today is equal to item dot, sorry, item of my birth date, and for this I'll have to write st. I'll have to actually write that in same format, that is d slash. Okay, if this is the case, then I'll be calling my send email function, and over here I can write 1, 2, and 3. Can give anything over here. So this is the main logic behind sending the emails. So actually, when I run this, it will not send email right now. What it will do is that uh, I can just print this thing, and you can see that it's printed done and done. So what basically it's doing is that it's matching each and every value with this, and because today is 18th May, there are only two columns over here. This is first and the second column whose birthday is 18 May, and that matches with today's date. It's sending email to only those values or only those dates or only those customers. So you can say but the problem over here is that once you have sent the email to them, so the actually, if we run this code again, then it will send the email again. But we don't want that. We want that once the email has been sent, the customer shall get that email only after an year. Okay, it doesn't get means he or she shouldn't get receive the emails frequently. So for that, actually, in the code, I'll be using this logic is that if my today is my birthday, and if also if year today's year matches with the year over here, so we shall send the email. If it doesn't match, so we shouldn't send the email. And after sending the email, I'll have to update this year to the next year, so that the email is sent next year and not again and again in the same year. So for that, what I'll have to do is I'll have to make another variable. Let me call this today's year, and then I'll be using here now variable year present year. Let me count it as present year. Present year equals to date dot date time dot now dot strf time dot, and then after that I'll be calling my percentage y. So this will actually print the year. If you print the present year like this, you can see that it prints present year over here. Okay, there's some error, I think. Okay, let me just close one more. I think this should work. Yes, so you can see that it's 2020 being printed over here. Now, if this year matches with my birthday here, or the year that I have to send the email, so it will send the email. But if the year over here is 2021 and today's year is 2020, or the present year is 2020, it will not send email over here. It will send the email in next year. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be just writing a code. I can write and if present year equals to my year, that is year. Okay, so actually what it's doing is that okay, uh, actually this will not work over here right now. That's because the year over here is in integer data type, and the type of value that I'm going to get from this is actually string value. So it will not compare these two values over here, but I want that they should be compared. So you can see that this is a string data type. Yes, so it will not compare these values. So what I'll be doing is I'll convert my year, present year, to integer data type. Can do this, and I think now it should work. Okay, uh, there should be another column over here. So you see that yes. So you see if I print uh, done over here now. So you can see that it's print done over here. But what I want actually is that this value, the year value should get updated to 1. So for that, what I'll have to do is that I'll have to make another variable. Let me name it as index variable, and in it is basically a list. So let me just say that birthday or index list. Index list equals to my list. Whenever this happens, or whenever the mail has been sent, what I'll be doing is be sending, I'll be appending the index of that date, the index of, for suppose if this on this date the email has been sent, then it will append the index, that is 0 over with this. And what advantage we'll get from this is that I can write index. What advantage we'll get from this is that the same year, we can actually update this year to 2021. That's what we want. So what I'll be doing is I'll be making another for loop for I in index list, and I'll be using this method is that I'll be using, okay, df dot at I comma year. I want that the year at that index should be updated to one ahead. So I'll be using this thing. Okay, and then if I print this thing, so you can see that the year gets updated. You can see that year gets updated to 2021. Okay, year is not defined. That should be inside double quotes. Yes. Okay, so you see that the year has been updated to 2021. Okay, so next thing that I want to do is I have to actually write that into this sheet and not inside anything. I have to make changes in the sheet actually, so that next time when the sheet gets imported again, so the year gets updated automatically. So what I'll have to do, let me close this down and let me just write to Excel, and then I'll be writing data, sorry, that's birthday list dot xl 6. Okay, so you can see that to access birthday list, what this will do is that whenever the mail has been sent, it will automatically update the year to 2021. So for now, let me just take another data sheet because I'm just testing right now. Let me just name it to birthday list 1, and I shall run this again. You will see that a new sheet has been created as birthday 1, and inside that the year for which the or all those data whose email has been already sent, the year will get automatically updated to 2021. So you can see that year has been updated to 2021 because the birthday was on today. That's why it's being done. So now after all these things, what's the main content basically? So inside this send email, first variable I have to use is to, so I can extract those email IDs with this item email ID. Let me just open this again for reference. Yes. So actually want to send email to these email IDs. So I'll have to import. I can use them as two. This is basically my two. Okay. So then inside that the subject should be let me write happy birthday champion. And the message that I want to send on the email is actually this message. That's happy birthday, dear. So I can write that as item and message. So if I run my code now, okay, okay, I think there's confusion. This should be email ID. Yes, yes. So it works completely fine now. So what I'll be doing is after my screen has been shared, after my message has been sent, okay, wait. So the logic is clear now. What I need to do is that I have to write the code to send the email. So for that, I'll be importing smtp lib. This module or package is basically used to send email through SMTP server. After importing this, I can actually give my credentials, that is the mail ID through which I have to send the email. So email configuration can say my email ID is equal to something and my my password should be something. So after storing this thing, I have to actually start my SMTP server. I can start my SMTP server using this method. S server equals to smtp dot smtp, capital SMTP. Okay, that's smtp lib dot smtp, smtp, and then over here I have to write smtp dot gmail dot com. Okay, smtp dot gmail dot com. So this will start my server. Once my server has been started, I have to actually also send this email, set the TLS server. So setting TLS server, I can write server dot start my TLS server, and then inside the server I also have to write my port number. Okay, so be careful. Then now for logging in into my password, uh, I have to write this thing server dot login. I have to log in into my email ID, so I'll be writing email ID and password. Now be careful to not actually share your email ID and password with others, because then anyone can access your email ID. So I'm not sharing my email ID over here. I'll just show you a demo that I made from other code. So after that, I have to send the email, sending email. So for that, I'll have to actually write this thing server dot send mail, and inside that I have to set my email ID through which email ID I have to send, then the to message and the message that I have to send. So most of the thing has been done now. What I actually have to do is, okay, first of all, you people have to, it's necessary for you people. So it's necessary for you people to actually go to Let's Secure app access by typing on like this Less Secure apps and Google Chrome, and then click on this link, and then turn on this notification. This If you don't do this, then you will not be able to send your email. Okay, so all those configuration has have been done now. Now you just have to replace your email ID over here with your actual email ID. So let me say that it's xyz@gmail.com, and this is 123456789. So for suppose the password is this, and then you can just work with this thing. You have to write your email ID and your password over here, but remember that it's not secure very much. So you have to actually hide this email ID and password. So I'm also doing the same thing. So I'll just show you a demo as to how we can send the email, or how the email would look like. So for that, I'll have to, so you can see that I have received a email ID, happy birthday champion, and this was my email ID. That's why I got this. And it will keep on sending me email IDs. So this is just a demo thing. So for now, what I'll have to do is, now I want that first of all, you have to automate this task. If you have to automate this task, what you have to do is that you have to actually look on to a thing or known as task scheduler that helps you to actually automate your task. So whenever you, you can just refer to this video, schedule Python scripts and windows with the task scheduler, and this will actually help you to set a time, like if you want to wish at 12 a.m., so you will set a time over there by following these steps. So you can pause the video, you can follow these steps, watch this video, and you can actually automate the task. uh, I'm not doing so because then it will keep on sending me the emails, so I don't want that. So now you can see that once the code runs, a new Excel sheet gets produced. But for now, you have to do this thing, is that you have to change your name as birthday list. You have to name as the same, so that the sheet gets updated whenever you are trying to import that. And one more thing that I would like to add is that please do not use any dummy email IDs or so. And if you actually want to implement this, then you need data. So you can use Google Forms and flow that Google Forms to all those people who you have to send an auto-generated email. You can use the variables as name, a birthday, message year, and email ID, and accordingly the email will be sent. Now, if you want to actually send an email or send SMS to your family members, friends, or any person, so you can actually use. There's a famous website known as textlocal.com. Okay, so this will actually help you to give an API, a Python API. You have to copy that API into your code, and instead of the send email function, you have to copy the code and send SMS function, and likewise you can send the SMS, but it's not free. So okay, so you have to actually pay for your SMS. For first 10 SMS, it's free. After that, it costs you around 270 rupees to for 1000 SMS. So you can do accordingly. So that's all that I would like to share in this video. Thank you very much.